began speaking, and he himself didn't know what the bills were about. And I said, I read every one of them. And I know what we'll see. I don't know, So we want you to go to Lansing. A group was up there at the time we were having a meeting down here. A group of parents that didn't know what was going on. One had already called me on Saturday, and I told her, don't get involved. She said, but I went to meet with Wendell Anthony, and he said, one group of bills are better than the other group. And so we should go, and we should support the bills that we're in favor of, which were the Senate bills, 710, 711. These are the bills that they put on the letter, and the parents didn't even know what the bills were or anything. So when I spoke up, it was me and Rhodes back and forth, back and forth. And so finally I said, don't support any group of these bills. You are being used by these people here who don't know what you're doing, and they have wonderful lunches. Oh, the lunches were great. And that's how they get the parents involved. So I had to go around, lobby with the parents, and tell them, don't be used like this. Just like I did with the parents that went to Lansing. Now, I was able to get inside of that group and tell them not to go, so they didn't have any parents going to Lansing. They thought they were going to have churches and all kinds of folks that didn't know what they were doing to go to Lansing, but it wasn't that many. So we kind of defeated that. So this is what they're doing. Their thing now is to deliver the parents to these folks, the governor, the DEC, and the mayor. The mayor is highly involved in this. Deliver these parents who don't know what's going on and make them an issue at this late date in the whole thing. So our thing is we're going to have to educate the parents. Now this was passed out also. Sherry's comparison to the bills, the Senate bills and House bills, that was given to the parents. And this one is an open letter done by us, the people in the freedom schools. They are, and I think Tom Stevens read some of that when we talked to Rhodes. Now here's the issue. We are supposed to be ignorant, stupid, and uncivil. What we did in one day is line up our people at the microphone. That's what they saw, but they didn't know it was our people. Okay? They cut it off at 7 o'clock, and you still have a long line of people that never got to speak. But that's all right, because the people that did speak were well trained, and they caught on to our strategy. What we were supposed to do is to read. We knew 2 minutes. We knew Rhodes. We did a whole psychological thing on his racism. We knew what he was going to do. He was going to listen to white people. So we lined up white people. He didn't know who was, who was there. Yeah, we lined them up. And so Tom Padroni and Stevens and all of them, they carried the ball, Miss Kelly, for us. Good old John Telford, we all did the right thing. See, you can't let them out. We are smarter than they are. We knew exactly what was going to do when Elena hollered out, the first Hector hollered out, what about an audit? He got all nervous. He was just undone. Because, see, he's so superior as a judge that we, people who pay the salary of the school system, the people that are supposed to be paying the salary, $18,000 a month for him, do not count. He's on a certain level. So we decided we're going to bring him down to our level. And that's exactly what we did. It was fun. I enjoyed it. So we did heckle him and make him nervous the whole time to let him know that these are our children, and we told him these are our children, it's our money and our schools. Amen. And so we have to have an attitude as black people about our children. Now, where do we go from here? Keep the Vote No Takeover is organizing freedom schools. We meet every other Monday at the Dexter Elmer Center. Going real good. People from all over the city are there. We're organizing the freedom schools so that we can tutor our own children. Because the next law that's coming up is going to be 3rd graders will fail if they can't read. Y'all been keeping up? If y'all haven't been keeping up with it, you should be. Because that's right. That's important to us. So we're way ahead of them. We already have the parents and the people in the city lined up to do the summer program tutoring so our children can read. and it's going to be based on African-centered education. So we want our children to know who they are. We want our children to know that they are part of the village and they are important, and no matter what comes at them, still we rise. Our children are still rising under this oppressive education system and this racist governor and the emergency manager. And by the way, please don't tell that man he's a transition manager. Ain't no such thing in the law. You read it. We made that up. So we got up there and we said, emergency manager Rhodes. All of us did. He didn't like it, but we did it. We are in charge. We have the power. We have to know that we're important. And we're going to win this fight with our attorney over here, Tom Blakely. Keep those emails coming, because I'm sending them all over. Michelle, you carry on, girl, because she got inroads into the President of the United States. We're going to win this whole thing if we all stand together. Yes. The other thing I want to tell y'all is this. Don't buy the okie doke. Don't tell anybody in this city to go along with any of those bills. That's right. Those bills are not for us. We have to say to the public as a unified group, we didn't come up with these bills. We're not going to carry on your program that's destroying our children. All we want is simple. We want our money back that you stole with this illegal bills. We want our power back for the elected board, and we are not going to be treated as second-class citizens. Amen. I don't do second-class citizens. I tell y'all that all the time. I don't do it, and neither should you. So that's the reports up to now. Now, if you want to be part of what we're doing in the Freedom Schools, some of the people in the audience are part of it. We will be meeting next week. Okay, next week, Monday at 6 o'clock, next to Takeover.
No, the week after.
A week after next, that's right, every other week. We will be meeting and we're getting it together, and our children are brilliant. They will learn so fast when we give them the attention they need, and all of a sudden they're going to show up in school and they're going to look and say, these kids can't read. See, judging our children. That's a wrong thing to do when it comes to our children. Because one thing that we know, we shouldn't even be here as black people. We should be dead, but still we rise. Something in us keeps us going. So that's all I want to say. Be encouraged, all of you. We got the right attorney, we got the right attitude, and all of us are uppity Negroes. Y'all know what uppity Negro? Yeah. Y'all